English philosopher and polymath Herbert Spencer said, "Music must take rank as the highest of the fine arts, as the one which, more than any other, ministers to the human spirit," meaning we sometimes or we often just ignore, undermine, downplay, and overlook the natural importance, significance, meaning, authenticity, authority, individuality, and sovereignty that music carries inside of itself, and that it has always had about itself in one way or another. So all of these qualities and virtues and values are always with music, and they're associated with it and connected with it almost in an intrinsic and natural way in one way or another, just as we are intrinsic as well as our qualities and relationships happen intrinsically. So does the music as well as its quality. So basically, we, as I mentioned earlier, ignore or neglect the significance, meaning, authority, authenticity, and individuality which music carries naturally within itself and inside of its intricacies. And we also undermine the significant, meaningful, and basically a sovereign and fundamental role that it plays in our lives in the alleviation and relieving of our internal conflicts, mental turmoils, psychological torment, and in also dealing with repressed desires, unresolved traumas, and unaddressed needs, emotions, relationships, etc. So in dealing with all of these and from recovering from them successfully, music plays a key, fundamental, imperative, and undeniable role that just has to be recognized and reckoned with. Otherwise, we're unjust, unfair, and cruel to music itself. And music also helps and assists in dealing with, tackling, and overcoming not just internal limitations, mental barriers, or emotional toils, but also external barriers, societal boundaries, complications, hysteria, and hypocrisy, or public condemnation, criticism, etc. So in everything that we are basically able to achieve and become and overcome and conquer in our lives, both internally and externally, music always plays an imperative role that has to be recognized, identified, and reckoned. And music also can be very easily considered to be, and it has also always been, the highest, greatest, and finest arts of all time, and nothing even comes close. Music is obviously the finest because it is invisible, but it still makes an unforgettable impact that just cannot be forgotten. Music